First of all, from what we call free press or what we call reform movement, if I want to explain more, there was not a single paper which the owner and editors, they were not serving Islamic Republic of Iran in the position like minister or vice minister. So if you see the whole, this package was very pro-establishment, but the part of establishment which is rationalizing and start to criticize the establishment with these arguments that we are galvanizing the establishment, we are galvanizing the system with criticizing that. That was the first point of reform movement. They say we are very insider, we believe in principles, we do respect Ayatollah Khomeini's heritage, we want this regime be on power, but we just want to criticize. But those others at the side of the supreme leader and more conservative and more orthodox, if I may say, they said no. If you open any window, it will cause such a snowball effect, and then everything will be gone. By time, I'm seeing that what they predict is pretty much true. If you let people to express their opinion, they are not going to stop. If they say we criticize the situation of women dress code, then they would criticize why the Sharia law is in Iran. We don't want the dress code. We don't want the women be like, treating like second-class citizen. Then we want everything be changed. So this was a struggle between a group which they tried to have more freedom under the same constitution, and a group which was pretty petrified and afraid of any sort of change. And as you see, most of the people, again, as I say, as vice president, for example, vice president of Iran, vice president of Mr. Khatami, spent something like 200 days in solitary confinement last year. So they just smashed them and removed them from Iranian politics with using of force and security forces last years. So yes, our freedom of press was very limited. My editor used to be a kind of minister, so it wouldn't allow me the things which I believe to publish. So, but I was thinking strategically, okay, this is the only window I can use to communicate with people. Let's be a bit limit myself and still, continue and go on with this very narrow flow of information. So let's wait for future, and then probably we can write more and more. But they don't give press permission to anyone which is not qualified as intelligence security measures. They review your script before it goes to print house to publish, and there are practically lists for people who are giving interview on electronic media. Electronic media is 100% like Soviet Union in governmental ownership, so nobody cannot broadcast. This was the situation before 2000. In 2000, we had this phenomenon of satellite TVs, and now I don't think any other country in the world has so many political satellite TVs like Iran. There are something like 45 to 50 political satellite TV channels are being aired in Iran.